Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Ives Sb1630. This is a surface bolt with top and bottom strikes is what this is called. First of all, this is shown in the 2060 satin chrome finish. This is a steel-based piece of hardware, so it's more accurately called 652 finish, which means steel base with a satin chrome finish. It is also available in the zinc finish, which is very similar and common, very common for sure, less architecturally compatible with true satin chrome hardware. However, it is always, in the event of these bolts, less expensive. The zinc plating will give you a silver look. It will give you corrosion resistance. US 10, which is a satin bronze, that's discontinued. Don't ask for that. Those are gone. Satin chrome, like we see here, and oil rubbed bronze. That's a very common bolt as well. Now, this is a much more modern, clean looking sort of bolt that you could even get away with installing this onto a pair of oak doors that you'd have in a commercial application. So it's a bit more aesthetically pleasing than your standard modern style surface bolt. Okay. Smooth operation, substantial, weighs well over 1.25 pounds. It's going to include two different strikes. One is called might be called a rim strike or universal. I would like to call it a rim strike. No, it's actually universal would be a better term, actually. You can see, let's go over it. First of all, you got the back side, so you're going to mount this like this. You got a hole here, but then you got another one down here. So that means you're going to be able to install this in a variety of applications. So let's talk about it. If you had a pair of doors and they swung in, you're obviously going to mount these on the inside. You could certainly attach that to the header, then your bolt's going to mate right to it just like that. Let's say you had an application that was a bit unusual, where you were going to mount this on the push side of an outswinging door and you wanted it to go into the jamb. You could surface mount this right into the jamb, just like that. So you can approach it from either way. That's handy. That will allow you to get some stuff done. Some applications, I should say. Then you've got the mortise strike, or a surface strike. And this would be really typical for an exterior outswinging pair of doors where this was going to be mounted on the push side. This would obviously be mortised up to the header on the stop. Okay, and there's your installation. The projection of the bolt is directly related to the length of the bottom arm. So here's the unit when it's unlocked. If I were to push that up, there's my projection. Unlocked, it would be, for all intents and purposes, flush here. So our projection, 1 inch, 15/16 for sure. Okay. Overall height of the body itself, 3/4 inch. Overall width, 7/8. Overall projection to the end of the knob, about 1.5 inches. Okay. Let's go over those strikes as well. That mortise strike, 3 inch, 1 inch. That surface strike, 1 5/8 inches by 1 inch by 1 inch. Yeah, 1 5/8 inches. You're going to get screws. You're going to get machine screws. You're going to get wood screws. A couple of plastic anchors. That would certainly be for this strike if you're going into the floor, concrete, that sort of situation, or tile, whatever. That would be appropriate. Also with this model is going to be a plug that you will insert into the end of the bar. That would be appropriate. It's here. It's got a pin. So you've got a small hole. You've got a larger hole. You've got the stop itself with two different size holes in it, and that's literally going to just slide right into there. Then you're going to drive your pin through it. It's threaded, so you'll thread it in flush. and that will obviously give this bolt the sort of strength and security that it needs. It's the way to make it robust without making the entire unit solid, okay, which would not be really possible. You get the concept of what it looks like by the one that's down here that is used to hold the handle in. Now there is a link below this video to the template, and it gives all of the important dimensions, installation instructions I should say. It shows the application of where you're going to be putting it, top or bottom, and how to apply those strikes depending on your installation. So that's really handy. The installation instructions are a bit backwards as far as I'm concerned. It says step 1, determine the side of door to which the bolts are applied. Okay, so figure it out. Where are you putting them? Step 2, drill and tap mounting holes in the door for the bolt. See sketch A for the top bolt and sketch B for the bottom bolt. Really what you need to do before you determine where you're drilling and tapping holes is where you're applying it and what strike you're using. So lay all of that out. I like to lay it all out. Do a reality check on the visual installation, make sure it works. Mark my holes and then center punch my holes. Drill and tap or use wood screws. Drill and tap is the proper way to go, or the best way to go with that. Access to those screws here. Sliding the entire mechanism out. That's how you're going to get to the other screw. Okay, so that's obviously the reason why they don't install that plug, because you literally need to slide this item out in order to get the rest of your installation done. Okay, there's grease on there, so be careful of that. So determining the total installation would be appropriate. Step 3 was to disassemble the guide from the bolt by sliding the guide out. Then you can mark your holes, therefore. Slide bolt back over when it's attached to the door, meaning the outer housing. Insert the end plug into the bolt and then the stud to hold the end plug in. Align strike with bolt and attach. Okay. That document I refer to is included, but it is also available below this video for you to review. The name Ives is synonymous with all things trim and auxiliary hardware related, not only door bolts or surface bolts, but door stops, kick plates, push plates, other trim and auxiliary hardware. They have a line of pin and barrel hinges and continuous geared hinges as well. If you have any questions on the Ives Sb1630 surface bolt with top and bottom strikes or any other Ives product, please feel free to reach out to us.